Hey, welcome into our next vision video, bringing into focus those things that get lost in a crazy life. Today we want to do something a little bit different, and that is to remind you of our end of year giving initiative. As you know, we have partnered with our friend in South Asia for as long as we've been in existence at the Grove. But if you're new to the Grove, or perhaps you've forgotten the dire need there, let me remind you of their story. In 2007 and 2008, vicious attacks were coordinated and then executed on remote villages in this country on Christians. They were murdered, they were pushed out, their churches were burned, their houses were torn down, all because they believe in Jesus. The partner that we partner with there on the ground went to these villages and picked up truly new orphans off the street, convinced them to come out of the jungle and to live at his house. And in 10 years, what we have seen is that God has provided not only a new home for him and his family, but also built upon that home a new orphanage for these orphans. So with your generous help and with the help of many others around the country, an orphanage was built. And ultimately, the last couple of years, the Grove has focused on raising money to create a small business where they can purchase acreage and they can farm that land to provide their basic needs of rice and vegetables. Through your generosity over the last couple of years, those goals have been met. And they have continued to cultivate the land to create a harvest of about a third of their food for the year. Of course, there's plenty of land to purchase, and while we're not looking to purchase more land, we are trying to make the land that they have more efficient. And that's where you come in. We would love to raise $5,000 for our team to drop off when they go and visit our partners in January so that they can provide everything necessary to make that land more efficient for the years to come. For fertilizer, for the right tools, and perhaps for a boundary to be able to protect the investment which we've already made there in that country. Would you give towards this particular project? Would you ask the Lord how you can get involved in helping our friends there continue to get their life in order a decade later after the persecutions? We're asking that you would ask the Lord so that you can get involved in this project. That's our first initiative. We will not move on to our next initiative until that first goal of $5,000 for our friends in South Asia. But the second thing we're raising money for at the end of the year this year is that we would have a future facility. We're hoping that in this next year, we will be able to purchase, or perhaps lease if we need to, a co-working place where we can have truly a center for good. As you know, our vision is to live for Jesus, for his name's sake, and then for the good of our city. As we do that, what we hope this year is that through your generous gifts and through the Lord's provision, we will find a place where we will have an office, of course, for our team, but also that we will have a place that we can equip the saints in person, in a classroom, not just online and in living rooms. And as we do that, we want to invite at least 2 to 3 working professionals, trained professionals, to offer their services to our community at a discounted rate. What we're hoping to find are counselors, which we think we found, attorneys, which we're in communication with now, and financial advisors to come and bring their knowledge, not just with these professions, but also with biblical knowledge to help invite our community to follow Jesus in all of life. As you know, that's our main mission at the Grove, inviting all people to follow Jesus in all of life. And as we do that, we want to help provide services to our community to be able to do that in their finances, in their emotions, and of course, with any legal matters that they have. What would it look like for us to come together, asking the Lord how he wants us to partner up and to provide a place like this for our community? Of course, in the future, we want to see a facility where we don't have to set up and tear down. But right now, the vision that's set before us, the first facility perhaps that's set before us, is this Center for Good. How can we come together? How can we so generously provide an opportunity for us to be a people that exists for Jesus and for good? We're asking you to get with the Lord, to ask him how he wants you to participate in this, and then just be obedient to that. So would you do that this week? Would you ask the Lord how you're supposed to participate this year, either through our Friends of India, our South Asia initiative, or through our facilities initiative. We're trusting you to get with the Lord because we know that when you get with Him, He will provoke a generosity in you that can truly make these things happen. We've seen it before. We've seen it happen in the past as we've raised money for our friends in South Asia, and we know that He's going to do it again. We love you, and we trust you, and we can't wait to see how the Lord continues to move us to do these things.